right. Hi, good afternoon. This is Catherine Taylor with Revival Web Design. And the purpose for this video is I spoke with Shelly a few days back, and I am creating an educational video for Harvey Electric. I know she specifically told me to send this over to Michelle, who's the office manager. But what this information is going to do is show you your digital footprint and what your competitors are doing, and then in turn just looking at next steps as far as like what you could do in order to optimize what your digital footprint looks like. So hopping into it, I'm going to touch on 3 areas of focus. And by the way, I'm not here to sell you anything. Rather, that this is I'm creating this to build a relationship and provide value. And hopefully, you will find this information valuable in order to get some of that clients that some of your competitors are bringing in. So some of the 3 areas of focus we're going to look at. We're going to look at search engine optimization, also known as SEO, and the content on your website. We're going to talk about Google My Business. It's also known as a citation, and that's actually your business name, phone number, and address, and as the citation is equal to that. So it's also includes how often that information is online. And then we're going to talk about backlinks and the importance of those. So just to go over your website, it's very clean. It does talk about your family business, and that's super cool. Just go over the services you have, and then your contact us and reviews. So hopping into content on your website, Google wants to see a lot of information, and unfortunately for us, we want our website to reflect who we are as a company. But for Google, there's a lot of algorithms, and in order for Google to pull you up when someone types in a search for your services, you have to have a lot of information on your website. That more content and the value you bring, the better Google's going to like your website. So what I'm just going to do is show you in 2 things. So I'm going to digress real quick. When we hop into you open up a new Google page and they have this search bar, when you type in a service such as Electrician, Round Rock, Texas, that is called a keyword search. And the keywords are what people are putting into the search bar in order to find a company to handle the service they're looking for. So when that happens, Google's going to store these keywords, okay? And when you type enter, you're going to 3 areas on the web page. You're looking at ads. So these are things that people pay for. They're called pay-per-click. So if I were to click on this, it would actually charge Salt Electric for a click. So I'm not going to do that. But 20 to 35% of people will click on ads and utilize those particular services rather than even scrolling down and looking through the Google Map Pack as well as the organic websites. The other thing is you're going to have the Google My Business, which is really important because the Google My Business, also known as the Google Map Pack, is going to bring people to your website as well. So when you're looking at different areas online that you can improve on, Google My Business is one of those. You want to have reviews. You want to respond to the reviews. You want to have pictures up, because the more you have here, even if you don't have a fancy website, which you don't have to have a fancy website, but even the more information here is going to pull you up in the ranks. Now, when I click on here, you are on the first page, but we are a little ways down. So you would want to, this is an area that you can look at, just optimizing your Google My Business. So just to touch on this real quick too, Google My Business does help actually with your website as well. So if you have the 2 linked, it actually helps add power and popularity to your website. So Google likes that as well. And then the third part of the website is all your organic traffic. So this is when you type in the search results based off the income or the content you have on your page. This is how all of these companies' websites come up. So just to hop into the very first one that's not one of these Yelp or Triple B's, we're going to click into Dunman Electric. And the reason I want to show you their page is in comparison, they just have a ton of information. Rather, even if right now we're in a service page for Round Rock, when you click on their homepage, they have a ton of information on here. And then in addition to that, it's just optimized very well. So like I said before, Google just wants to see what kind of value you bring to the people looking for your search, so for your services. And then it's just also across the top, there's a lot of information on what we call these service pages as well. So the third thing I want to share with you is the digital background. So this is a tool that I pay for every month. This helps me track and see what type of work the clients' websites are getting done, and also shows me a lot of good information. Now, this looks like a lot of data to you, but to give you some breakdown of this, the UR here is the strength of your actual website. So the website itself, that's the strength of your website. DR is the domain rating, and that's how trustworthy or popular that Google finds your website. Both of these go up to 100. So we would have significant work to do for there, but it can be done. A lot of the power here comes from these things called backlinks and referring domains. So backlinks, simply put, is just a link from one website to another. They're not all created equal. So it's not about quality and quantity, it's all about quality. And part of the things that we do with this information is we would look at your competitors and see what they're doing to push power to their website and try to mimic it, if not get some of the same links, to bring just value to your website and power. The other two areas to look at is the organic traffic, which is here, and the organic keywords. So once again, remember the search bar, what people type in. There's three areas that I look at on here. I look at volume, position, and also this column called KD. So volume, this is the amount of times that these keywords are searched per month. The position is where you're going to fall on the Google pages. And then the KD is the keyword difficulty. Anything over a 5 can generally take anywhere from 6 months on to what we call rank for. And then the volume, this is where we look at, okay, what keywords are being searched and how easy would it be to rank for them. So using like electric company, Cedar Park, Texas, it gets 20 search results per month and a keyword difficulty of 1. So it would be pretty easy to rank for this. Although your position is number 57, but that means 56 other companies are ahead of you when it comes to that particular keyword search. So to show you, give you a comparison of your site to this Dunman, I'm going to hop into the same thing with them and show you their overview. And the reason why it's important to see the difference is, number one, the organic traffic, so you can see how often things are being searched and how often they're pulling up. So their domain rating is quite high, even though it goes up to 100. 21 is actually really good. And that's a lot of power being supported from their backlinks. The other thing is they have over 1,000 keywords that they're being searched for on their website, which is bringing in over 1,000 people of traffic looking at their website per month. And even if you were to say, get 10% of that 1,000, so maybe you're just capturing 10% of the people that come to your website, that means that's still 100 new clients a month, which would significantly increase your revenue. Now, I'm not saying that's what you're striving to do, but if you're looking to try to gain more revenue or more areas of services, one of the things that you would want to be doing is getting some of these keywords on your website. And so just to put you in two perspectives so you get a better idea. So residential electric companies near me, 800 searches a month, and they're in the second position. So that's pretty important. This is also the near me is local relevance. That's why another reason why you want to have your Google My Business up and on target. The other thing is to look at Electrician Austin, 800 searches a month, and they're in the number 2 position. So just right there, someone two 2 searches, they're getting 1,600 potential hits to their website just for ranking for these 2 type of keywords. So with that being said, I know I just went through a lot of information, and what we would want to do as a next step would just be to do what we call a deep dive. And the deep dive, that's where you get to ask me questions. I get to ask you questions, find out what type of vision you have for your company, where you want to go, what type of revenue, whether that's for growth or expansion, or even just business for slower months. This is also a time you get to know me, see if we would be a good fit to work together. And at the end of the day, what I want to do is just educate you on your opportunities and then help you realize them. We don't cookie cutter any type of service. We do work with budgets and really what it is that your ultimate goal is. But overall, your website it's good now, and I love the fact that you're a small-owned family business. But there are a lot of improvements that we could make in order to get a lot more business through your doors. So with that being said, 2 ways you can get in touch with me. You can give me a call, and we can schedule a Zoom or a virtual meeting through Microsoft Teams or Zoom, once again. Or you can email me back, revivalwebdesign21@gmail.com. And at the end of the day, this is just a lot of free information. But like I said before, I'm trying to build a relationship, provide a value, and then at the end of the day, help you make sure that your business is going in the direction you want it to go in. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you. Once again, this is Catherine with Revival Web Design. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon.